Hello everyone and welcome back to GTA Online with Longclaw Valerian Steel, where we always deliver. Well, I've been helping my supporters complete the Cayo Perico Heist in the best way I can. I realise there are plenty of players out there who know exactly what they're doing and don't need any help, but I also realise there are many players out there who have not yet managed to complete the Cayo Perico Heist and are stuck. We all start somewhere, and I'm very keen on helping my supporters and my followers to get where they need to be. It's not about hand holding, it's really just pointing people in the right direction so they can go off and do it by themselves and make plenty of money without any trouble. So in this video I'm working with one of my supporters who reached out to me personally and asked me for some help. He's only got about 200k, he's struggling to complete the heist for the first time, so I set him up and we went on it together. So please support and like the channel, please subscribe and hit that bell so you stay in touch. I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok and YouTube. Please take a moment to support me now before we go any further. Now let's get to work. So here we go, we're doing this just the two of us. This is his heist, and we did try to find a couple of other people to join us, but there was nobody available when we were launching the lobby. He set it up the same way that I do, going in through the drainage tunnel, and then we're just going to follow a route round the compound and try to avoid alerting any guards. And it's a simple process of just taking out the guards that you need to take out and trying to pick up the security card so that you can access the secondary targets, because that's what playing with other people is all about. You can do this very nicely by yourself. Aside from showing someone how to do it, which is what I'm doing here, there is a benefit of taking a second, third and fourth person with you, because you can all fill up your loot bags and take a much bigger take. Incidentally, I'm giving this one of my supporters 85% of the cut. I'm just taking 50%, which is the minimum that your mandatory amount you have to take. Because I just want to help him out. He's really got very little cash at the moment, so it will help to get him started. And once you've done this once, it's very simple to go back and repeat the process. So we just went around the compound following my route, taking out all the guards. You've seen me do this in other videos, and then it's just a case of he got the art off the wall inside the office whilst I was cracking open the elevator. He also managed to pick up the gun because I'd already picked up the key. Now that's something I didn't know you could do. I'd already picked up the key, so it's actually possible for him to then take that gun, and he actually managed to keep it at the end as well. And here we are attacking our first secondary target. This is the vault, and he had a very full vault actually. Sometimes mine is very empty, just maybe one thing, but he had cash, gold and art. So we almost filled up our entire loot bags here because he'd already picked up a painting from the office, but there was just enough room in my bag for me to take the last of the gold on the table. But there was still just a little bit of room left, and we didn't want to leave the island without filling up both our bags. So we went back. We didn't actually have the gate keys at this point, which is one of the, it's random every time you do it. Sometimes the guard at the top of the stairs, or the bottom of the stairs rather, has the gate keys and you can just head out the gate without it, which is what I usually do if I'm solo. But in this case we didn't have the gate key, so you need to hunt down one of the guards, and they're usually a guard stood by the second large gate, which is right in front of the main entrance, or this dude here walking backwards and forwards, who can be a bit tricky to kill because he walks very fast and he doesn't stop for very long. But if you time it right and avoid letting the guards know, you'll be able to do it. We did actually alert the guards the first time we did it, which is why we're wearing masks, because we just basically restarted it and with masks for some reason. So here we are going out of the gate, and at this point we haven't alerted anyone. Just take out that dude there and wait for the guy that stood by that gate to not be standing looking at you, because the guards with the red cones of vision are the ones that basically they have much more powerful armour and much more powerful weapons, and they'll just destroy you pretty quick. Once you're outside, it's a case of taking down someone with a car. Unfortunately, the dude with the bike is a single-seater, so we need to wander down to the checkpoint, the security checkpoint, and take this car. And then, as per usual, we're dropping into the sea, and we will swim to safety under the ocean as low as possible, because he didn't do any disruption. He'd followed my video that I released the day before, and he just basically ignored the disruption missions, which means that when you are leaving the island, you will have some helicopters chasing you, and they do fire into the water, but their range is such that if you swim at the very bottom of the ocean, just as low as you can to the bottom of the ocean at all times, they won't be able to reach you, and you only have to swim 20 seconds, something like that, and then it cuts to this scene. And as it's the first time he's done the heist, this is it. Miguel's basically retrieving the special item that we took from the safe, and we're just waiting to get the payment for this. Turns out that Miguel's mum and Trevor have a bit of history, and that's what the whole heist is about. And of course, now he's done it once, he's free to go back and scope out, which he said he's doing, and then we'll try and do it again a few more times, and let's get a few more people involved. I have been trying to get people to join me with the heist. Lots of people have added me on Xbox, and I'm excited about that, but let's just get the timing right and get into a lobby together and get some done. If you haven't already, please do take a moment to support me before you leave. Thanks very much, I'll see you soon.